AP.
Hey, Cam, TJ says nobody on this defense, cares who gets the credit, but it seems it's you, it's him, it's Joe in the mix when things go right. I mean, how important were sort of the contributions of the leaders of this defense today?
Man, we needed contributions by everybody. No, I know we had some pretty big plays, but, Taco batting the ball up and Joe Sherber catching it. Joe Haden making some unbelievable plays coming back to us. Derek Tuska playing well. This was a hard-fought game. Was it perfect? No. Gave up too much in the run game. But, we kept it in reach. Offense got a touchdown, got it to 10-13, and then, we got some big turnovers in their side of the field. Really shortened the field, and we were able to get the W because of it.
Nick Farabaugh, Pittsburgh Sports Now.
Cam, can you talk about what the impact Joe has when he's here on this defense? He talked about how the communication's better when he's in there, but what does Joe bring that's different when he's here than when he's not here?
Joe's a big communicator. He's a seasoned vet that's seen a lot of football. Understands formations, understands what teams are trying to do to us. That comes with a lot of guys that have played this game. You're not only just, playing checkers where, we line it up and just trying to diagnose the run. Already know what's going to happen and where you need to fill. A lot of those passes were very quick. And, you just had to, tackle them and line up again. And look at that last play. That's what Joe did.
Anthony Jaskowski, Pittsburgh Sports Express.
Hi, Cam. Ben talked about this being somewhat of a playoff atmosphere. Is that how it is in the entire locker room? Is that how it feels right now? It's just a do-or-die mentality right now, considering where you're at in the standings and how important the game is.
I just think, we run down the list. Every game from here on out is a playoff game. Backs against the wall. We put ourselves in this situation, but we got to be ready for it. It's not going to be perfect football, but it's going to be playoff football. And everything's going to count a little bit different. Sorry, Angela was off kilter.
Cam, is this an example of the game that splash plays can win it? Like you said, it wasn't perfect to run defense and the offense, whatever, but the splash plays is really, it's pretty cut and dry. Will win you the game.
Yeah, splash plays are always an equalizer. How many turnovers did we get? 4? They came at crucial times and got us back in the game, gave us the lead. We've been, saying the dam's going to break, and you just got to keep practicing. And, the practicing and the drills we do are starting to pay off.
Mark Cavalli, The Athletic.
Hey, Cam, you were right in there on that final play when they're measuring it for a first down or not. What was your vantage point? And it looked like you were trying to sway them a little bit. Was there anything you said that made them go one way?
Yeah, it just wasn't even close to begin with. It was a yard short, and they got a generous spot to begin with. So I knew it was short to begin with. And, then they were trying to hurry up to the ball so they couldn't even look at it. And I'm like, it's under 2 minutes. We have to look at it. And, I was just annoyed that he was even going to that because he was clearly short. Glad we got it overturned and, glad it went in our favor.
Cam, you said you want to give up less on the rush, but speak to the significance of a couple of those drives holding the field goals, especially on that 19-play drive, keeping them out of the end zone.
Yeah, guys had to knuckle up. 19-play drives are usually ended up in touchdowns, but for us, we were able to, hold them to 3. Even early on, I was ticked off that we gave up 7 early, but if you want to keep fighting in these games, you got to, settle for field goals, give your offense a chance, get some turnovers, and that's what outweighed us stopping the run.
The last 4 were prior ESPN.
Hey, Cam, you guys started slow again, as has happened in the last couple of games. I think last week Mike Tomlin said if you guys keep playing like this, you're going to be at home in January. What was the message this halftime that kind of got you guys going after the break?
Defensive-wise, we got the stop to begin the game, but, we were already in bad territory off the punt, and then we gave up the touchdown. But after that, I think we just really just went in the thing, and we can't give up. It doesn't matter our field position. We just got to get off the field or surrender 3. And we did that from there on out. There were a couple times we were very cognizant of, Tannehill's running ability, just tried to close the pocket. It wasn't just one guy doing it. It took a boatload of guys to do it, and I'm proud of our guys.
Hey, Cam, I know a win is a win and you just need to, it doesn't matter how ugly. Like you said, it doesn't have to be perfect. But when you give up 201 rushing yards, does that eat at your craw a little bit, or are you just like, whatever, we won, who cares?
Obviously, I'm still ticked about it. I never want to surrender that many yards, and there's a lot we got to clean up. But it's better to clean it up in a win than a loss. I'll be banging my head tonight, trying to figure out what we need to do. Too many times we set the edge and cuts back, or it stays front side and it gets out. Teams are going to do the same things from here on out. If we don't do it, we're going to be in a world of trouble.
Very Dulac close, because that.
Yeah, somewhat to that point, you didn't stop the run. You didn't run the ball very well, but you took it away 4 times. Is that all it takes sometimes, especially in games like this?
Yeah. Equalizer, I think I said it before, turnovers and, making them settle for field goals were the change in the game. Do we want to keep going down this formula of, not stopping the run? No. But there are things we can take that are positive. Turnovers, getting off the field in the red zone, and, surrendering 3.
Last one, Jenna Harner, WPSI.
Cam, sorry if you were asked something in this general vein already. I hopped in a little bit late. But what does a win like this say about this team and potentially this defense in terms of those things that you guys do want to improve upon?
Yeah, I think all of our wins have been just gutted out, and, they're very close, come down on a couple plays. Hopefully it's something we can build on. It's better to win and learn than lose and learn at this point. But, there's a lot we can improve on. There's things we can take. Turnovers were huge in this game, and, we were able to capitalize. But, at the same time, we got to work on the run game. We can't continue to keep giving up these long, not even long runs, but too much falling forward for them.